everyone. I'm Larry Ridley. Welcome to the NFL on EA Sports. We're across the pond in England this week, and two teams are hoping to show off for an international audience. It's the Redskins going up against the Bengals. Set for the call of this Week 8 matchup. Let's bring in our commentators, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Thank you very much, Larry. EA Sports coverage of the NFL. The National Football League is here and on the air. Coming up, another edition of the NFL International Series, and it should be a good one between the Washington Redskins and the Cincinnati Bengals. And the defense definitely showing blitz here. Now a play fake here on first down. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And that's caught inside the 35. And he'll be marked down deep in Washington territory. A big gain there on the first play of the game. 65 yards. So the offense has it 1st and 10. And the play clock's running down. Now a former Tar Heel, Giovanni Bernard. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. Giovanni Bernard, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Bengals take it right down and score on the opening drive. And he's got it to make it 7-0 Bengals. Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Cousins now to throw on first down. This one caught by Crowder. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Give them 11 on the gain there. And it'll be first down Washington.
That was a nice completion on an out route. And those types of plays are the result of arm strength by the quarterback and timing by the receiver.
A first down throw for Cousins. Bringing it in, Jackson left side. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. That one good for 10 yards. And that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so.
It's a nice completion, a little bit of run after catch as well to carry the yardage that they got. But it is so tough to cover that route, the drag route, because they run it at varying speeds. Because the key is to create hesitancy on the defender's part.
Always so empathetic for those DBs, aren't you? And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. It's Cousins on the sneak. Only a gain of a yard there, but it indeed gets him a new set of downs.
Well, I liked it. Just take the snap, burrow forward, pick up the few inches you need for a first down.
And defensively, I don't think they were expecting that. They looked a little surprised in the middle.
Yeah, a little bit wary there, weren't they? Because that can be a throwaway down where maybe you go play action, fake it, and try and get something big. But instead he said, forget it. Let's just get a first down and start a new set.
And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be second down. This offense, here are the starters. It features a very speedy wide receiver, a Duke Blue Devil, Jamison Crowder.
Exactly right, and we're not talking about hoops. We're talking about a slot receiver who knows how to run all the routes so well and really is crafty beyond his years.
A second down throw for Cousins. Jackson's got it over the middle. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
First carry for the rookie from Tulane, Rob Kelly. He'll wind up getting 4 down to the 36. George Iloka, the one that comes up to make the tackle. The defensive starters now for Cincinnati.
Vontaze Burfict is a super talent and a fierce competitor. He can do it all at the linebacker position.
And after the play on the ground, that brings up second down here. Now a second down throw for Cousins. Completes it right side to Dodson. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. And 15 yards there on the catch and run.
Of course, the catch was nice, but how about what happened after? Able to stay on his feet and gain all that additional yardage. So many of these slot guys, I think, have running back in their background.
They go play action here on first down. Steps away. And pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
Just looking at it from a defensive perspective, when you break the huddle in the red zone, tight end is one of the guys you've got a key on because quarterbacks want the ball in their hands fast in this position, and they want to get it to someone. And in this case, he had the play. They just didn't complete it.
On second down, Cousins again. And he comes back with one complete. The reception good for 7. It's third down.
Some think the teams really won't throw a slant route unless you have a receiver that has a lot of stature to him. But sometimes the little guys, they get lost in there. People can't really locate them, and they run that quick cut on the slant, and oftentimes they can turn it into big plays.
Just do get the playoff. Now Cousins. And this is taken in for a Redskins touchdown. Jordan Reed, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Redskins are an extra point away from tying this thing up. It's good, and we're all tied at 7 apiece. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. This fielded at the 2. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line. The Bengal offense now gets set to head back out onto the field. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They've got to make a few additional changes along the way because I'm sure the defense will make some adjustments, but they've got to have great confidence having scored the last time out. The evaluation process in today's NFL does not take into account as much bulk as it does speed, and that's what we're seeing with the linebacker position. Those guys that can run, they can play at any spot because they can make plays on the opposite side of the line of scrimmage.
Dalton throwing on second down. Brought in here by Tyler Eifert. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. They were ready for what the defense was showing. They had prepared for that look, recognized it, went straight to the air, got the first. Well done.
Love the recognition because you can prepare for everything. You can watch the tape and put together your game plan, but you still have to understand what they're doing in terms of what they're showing and be able to adjust accordingly, and they did exactly that.
Now a play fake here on first down. Surveying the field. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. A.J. Green, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Bengals have taken the lead. And his kick is no good. It's an early miss. We'll see if that has any ramifications later here as the afternoon wears on. Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. And they're hoping to capture some of that magic they had last time out when they were able to put together a scoring drive. But they're still down here, Charles.
Not the major concern, though, because of what you talked about. They scored the last time out. They feel good about themselves. They feel like their game plan is now in effect. They know how to attack and what plays they want to put together. But they've got to keep it moving in the right direction because, as you did note, they are down on the scoreboard.
Bringing it in, Jackson left side. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Detroit! Let's go! This is Kelly. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. The wide receiver moving to a new spot. Play action now. Cousins. He'll buy some time right. Now on the run. He'll throw it back deep over the middle. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
Well, they went for the big play there, but that drop could really hurt their momentum.
Throwing again, Cousins on 2nd and 10. Caught on the right side, Reed. And he takes this down deep into Cincinnati territory. A huge play there for Washington. And even 50 yards. They come out here in the I. 1st and goal, Kelly. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
So if I'm an offensive coordinator, there's one thing that I know for sure. This is one of the top 5 teams in the NFL against the run. So when I look at my playlist, I'm probably thinking about throwing it.
Now they bring a receiver in motion right. And they'll try again down here with Kelly. And he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2.
Well, he did get a taste the previous week. He got into the end zone, trying his best to get there in this game. So far, he's been denied.
The line of scrimmage is the 2 here on 3rd and goal. Cousins on 3rd and 2. Flush to his right. Now the hit comes, and Cousins lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or moved away from it. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Maybe an anxious moment or two when the ball was on its way, but he does find a way to curl it in.
Oh, yeah. That one definitely hugged the left upright, but he got it to go.
Here's the Redskins now as their kick unit will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Bengals getting set to go. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. They come up in an offset eye. Now Dalton. And his throw is incomplete. They were trying to go to Marshall that time, and now it's second down.
When you see passes knocked down by those guys I call the frustrated fullbacks, the linebackers, you know that in their zone coverage, they were able to drop, see the ball thrown, and react to it very quickly.
Offense looking to avoid a 3rd and long. It's 2nd and 10. Passing again. Dalton on 2nd and 10. Right back for Marshall. This time it's complete. A good pickup there at 22.
That looked like a pretty good route combination there because you've got to find a way to clear the guy running the drag because when you do, you just put the ball on him and then let him run.
He's got some space. So after that big gain, let's see what else the offense has up its sleeve. They go play action here on 1st down. Green's got it over the middle. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Well, we know he's got the speed there. He needed the speed and the hands. A great catch.
And because of that speed, you have to respect it as a defender. So you have to either play off or make sure you're somehow in contact with him. And he's able to do exactly what you said. Use the speed to his advantage and go up and get the football. That's a big-time play right there.
And some extras coming up on the line here, readying for the blitz. Dalton gives to Bernard. Works his way inside the 30 on a pickup of 4. Sua Cravens, the 2nd rounder, in there for the tackle.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good 1st down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on 1st down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
And they're 6 yards away from picking up the first here on 2nd down. They come out here in the eye. They'll run again with Bernard. And he'll take this down just shy of the 25-yard line. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on 3rd down?
We always like to talk about defense in terms of levels. 1st level defensive line, 2nd level linebackers, 3rd level defensive backs. On that run, that was what we call a 1st level run, and it was stopped by a 2nd level player.
And the 2-minute warning lurking. This will probably be the last play before we hit it.
Yeah, they want to get themselves in position to score in this last shot before the clock hits.
Here's Dalton. And that's complete to Croft. That one good for 17 yards. And now they've got it 1st and goal. 2 minutes to play here in the 1st half. Back with more after this. So now it's 1st and goal. They'll run it here with Bernard. And he pulls his way into the end zone for a Bengal touchdown. Giovanni Bernard with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Bengals add on to their lead. And they will line up now for the 2-point try. Here's Dalton to throw for it. And this is going to be caught. It's good. And that extends their lead by 2 more. Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. This is taken at the 3. Bad return. Here he gets it out to the 25-yard line. The Redskins offense now, they head back onto the field. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point.
The kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that. I don't know about that. Super tough.
Out to the left, it's complete to Daxon. Cousins now to throw on 1st down. And his throw's going to be incomplete. They were trying to get it there to Josh Doxson. And that'll bring up 2nd down. They'll come out in the pistol. On 2nd down, Cousins again. On the catch, it's Crowder. So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels. A 1st down throw for Cousins. Crowder's got it over the middle. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
Slant route's effective no matter who's running the route and catching the ball. But when you have a receiver of that stature, you have to be a little bit more precise throwing it. You don't have the same catch radius with the bigger targets.
7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. And now they're in the hurry-up. To the air again, it's Cousins. His pass caught at the 4. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. 9 yards on the play there, and it sets him up 1st and goal.
And he's the epitome of what we call the move tight end. A guy that you can line up anywhere. In the slot, out wide, in tight. Doesn't really matter because he has such great skills. You want to utilize him in all aspects of your passing offense.
And there he was in the slot for the catch.
Let's go. Green, 39. Here we go now. Green, 39. Green, 39.
Again, it's Cousins. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. Vernon Davis, his 1st touchdown in a Washington uniform. And the Redskins are able to make this a close game again. And he's got it to make this a 21-17 game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that could change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
play fake here on first down. Green with a catch left side. 15 yards through the air and a first down. So in the second quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So he got a chance to really shatter that and have a profound effect on this game.
They go play action here on first down. And he fires one incomplete. So the defensive holding penalty here, Charles.
You get outside of 5 yards downfield and you get grabby with an offensive player, the flag will come out every time.
And some changes here as the D-line separates some.
Blue 10.
Fakes the give to Bernard. Dalton. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
On any passes in the middle of the field, anyone who's going after the football is going to be conscious that it's probably going to be contested, and often physically. Sometimes that leads to drops.
Offense still needing 10 yards. Second down. Passing again. Dalton on 2nd and 10. Caught. Eifert over the middle. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Play action here with Dalton. Backing up. He's going to fire one deep. Looking for Green, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the veteran corner, D'Angelo Hall. And a good return here as he takes it up past the 30-yard line. The Redskins offense now, they get set to take over here. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Here we go.
Following the interception, Cousins. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be second down.
Really nice play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball, but for the guys on the offensive line, they're doing a nice job of trying to protect their passer. But when a guy hops in the air and goes airborne to try and knock one away, it's difficult because you can't reach out and grab him. That'll be a holding penalty. So all you're trying to do is make something.
The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. They'll wind up losing 10 on the sack, and it'll lead to a 3rd and long. Second down, sack by the defense. What type of pressure will they bring here on 3rd? We'll see. And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this 3rd and long play as we'll get a timeout. So as they take it over, we step aside. And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half. Final play of the half, Cousins. He's going to sling this deep downfield. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Ray Malaluga. And he will be brought down as time is now run out. Hey, Charles, can you give me water? Jeez, Chuck, they cut off the halftime show again. Quicker than anticipated, ready for the start of the second half. Out comes the Redskin offense now as they get set to begin another possession. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
Well, the drive starts with Rob Kelly. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
Well, Brandon, so much for halftime adjustments. They still can't get anything going on the ground. It may be time to loosen things up and start flinging it around a little bit.
Second down, offense behind the sticks here. 2nd and 13.
Here we go.
Second down, Cousins. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line.
The game plan for any defense is finding ways to make a quarterback uncomfortable in the pocket. When you bring pressure from all angles, you never know who's going to get home. In this case, the left cornerback, right in the face of him, puts him down.
Third and long for Cousins. Trying to get it to Jackson, and it's intercepted. It's the first-round pick, William Jackson, the third. And he's going to return it to the 21-yard line. So here are the Bengals now as they get their first possession of this second half. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
So the offense now dealing with a 2nd and 7. They come out here in the eye. Andy Dalton. This will be caught at the 2. And eventually stopped just shy of the goal line right around the 2. Shift together here from the D-line. First and goal here from the 2. They'll run here with Bernard. And he takes it into the end zone. Touchdown, Bengals. Giovanni Bernard, his 3rd touchdown of the game, his 8th on the year. And the Bengals use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. And he puts it through. Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Out to the left, it's complete to Dodson. 13 yards there on the pickup. And the Redskins are going to get a first down. So there on that play, offensively, they ran the crossing route. Defense was in zone coverage. So as a former DB, how tough is it to defend that?
It's really difficult because your natural inclination is to chase the receiver and maybe leave your zone. So you have to have discipline in order to talk to your other coverage guys and let him know that that receiver's crossing from your zone to the next zone. He's coming your way. Make sure you have him. And then when the ball is actually thrown, secure the tackle. When they're moving on crossing routes, if you miss a tackle, it usually results in a big play.
So 2nd and 10 here. On 2nd down, Cousins again. Right side caught by Jackson. The reception good for 7. It's third down. And a nickel look here for the Bengals as they try to defend this on third. They'll try and run for it with Kelly. And he will have the first down as he's brought down up near midfield. A gain of 4 that time as the drive continues.
Now that's the way to do it. Hand it to someone with vision and good footwork, and add in a little bit of power, and you find a way to pick up first downs.
Fresh set of downs here.
Here we go.
First down. Here's Cousins. Looking for his running back, and he's got it. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. Call it a 3-yard gain, and it'll bring up a second down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. Cousins now on second down. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Nate Irving. Tough to handle on that blitz. He gets him for a loss of 5.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
Crowder's got it over the middle. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36.
Did you see that route the way that I did? I thought he was trying to get deep.
Yeah, that wasn't the first option.
No, not it came off of that guy, the deep guy, and came underneath on the drag. Completed it very well.
And the offense lining up 1st and 10. They come up in an empty set. 4 wide receivers, 1 tight end. Cousins on first down. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football.
Under pressure, they got him again. Vontaze Burfict in there to get him. And this pass rush strong now. That sacks on back-to-back plays.
Let's go.
Cousins from the gun. Now the hit comes, and Cousins lost the football. And the Bengals grab it. And he's got daylight. It's a foot race. And this is taken into the end zone. A fumble recovery and a Cincinnati touchdown. The offense, they've had some sloppy moments. Sloppy there again on that one, and it could be the backbreaker.
From a defensive perspective, if the offense is going to be sloppy, you've got to take advantage of that. And that's what they've done all game long.
So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. Now it's Chris Thompson on the return. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. Now the Redskins offense, they get set to go back to work here. First down throw for Cousins. Caught on the right side, Reed. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
Well, the strategy was evident there. Get it to your tight end and make it a one-on-one play with a cornerback. Who's usually going to win that one?
The tight end, but not there.
Not in this situation. How about the corner defeating that logic and making a really nice tackle?
Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little.
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by the linebacker, Ray Maualuga. And his guys will take over at their own 44-yard line. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. And they were able to punch it in the end zone last time. They'll be looking to do that again here for the defense. Obviously, they'll be looking to stop them from punching it back in the end zone.
It always is punch-counter-punch, isn't it? And which team has the advantage? Well, let's just go back. Last time on offense, they rolled downfield, got into a good rhythm. You can see a little more bounce in and out of the huddle. You can see the sideline really get into the game. So defensively, you're thinking to yourself, how do we take that away from them? How do we get the advantage back? Let's see what they come up with. I think pressure is always the first way to go.
If you love pressure,
I love it.
We'll see if they dial it up this drive. So the incomplete pass brings up second down. Passing again. Dalton on 2nd and 10. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
Even in today's NFL, when we think of the tight end position now as really a glorified wide receiver, we're still asking a lot of those guys. They have to block as well, and every now and then, they don't come down with the football.
Third down, a shot here for Dalton. Caught, Eifert over the middle. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. Welcome back now here in London. It's the Bengals in possession of the football and in possession of the lead as well as we start the 4th. They go play action here on 1st down. And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. 2nd down. They got pressure there and only rushing 3.
And there's a defensive coordinator right now who is celebrating not just getting home with 3 there, but realizing if that's the type of pressure he can get in the entire game, then his pass defense is going to be excellent. You're dropping 8. Where are you going to go with the football?
Here's Bernard. And very little there. He might have gotten a yard. Yeah, I think he got a yard to the 41. Trent Murphy, the one to bring him down. The 4th quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
The line to gain is the 33 on 3rd down. Fakes the give to Bernard. Dalton. To the left side here for Eifert. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down.
Partner, I think that completion takes the definition of dink and dunk to a different level, doesn't it?
It does, and the defense was right there, kind of played into their hands. Here's Kevin Huber now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. Out of bounds as he appeared to be looking for the corner. He got it. They're going to mark this at the 4-yard line. Out comes Washington's offense as they get set to take over here. Very tough spot here for the offense to start. Try to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. Back near the goal line, Cousins. And the hit jarred loose. It's incomplete.
It appears that the pressure is affecting him today. Normally, he knows exactly when to get rid of the football, but today, because he's been hit a few times, he's getting rid of it a little bit too quickly.
3rd down here for the offense after the incomplete pass.
All right, here we go.
From deep in their own territory, they look to throw. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by the linebacker, Ray Malaluga. And they take over already 5 yards deep into the red zone at the 15-yard line. And out now, here come the Bengals. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to push it, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
No gain on the play. It'll be second down. And in this situation with a lead fourth quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
Looked like they had an opportunity for a big play across the middle, but he didn't have the concentration or the focus necessary and dropped it before he could haul it in.
Ten yards to go on third. Defense showing blitz. Passing. It's Dalton. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Ryan Kerrigan coming in to drop him for a loss of 8, and it'll be fourth down.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
Yeah, blink of an eye. That happened fast, and a big sack. And Bullock will put this one through, and that will extend their lead even further. So it's 3 more points, and that widens things out even further here in the fourth.
Hey, in this league, you can never have too much. So if you're in range, grab the 3 whenever you can.
This is taken at the 3. And they'll be taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. So out now come the Redskins. They'll start on the ground with Kelly. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down. And quickly they get to the line.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
Now a second down throw for Cousins. Completes it right side to Dodson. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line.
What I love about watching the passing game nowadays is that the one-dimensional receiver is really starting to leave the game. You've got to be able to do it all. Of course, you got to run fast. Of course, you got to catch the ball. But route running savvy and toughness, there's a premium for all of that now.
7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. They're going to hurry back to the line now.
There's a completion to the tight end, and I think they were looking at something out of central casting, frankly.
Absolutely.
I mean,
size, the hands.
Speed, I mean, can flat out run. You put that whole package together, you light up the eyes of an offensive coordinator, don't you? So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker. Tough day. Tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down. With the struggles we're seeing up front for the offense today, they've got to think about changing up their play calling. Some screens, some draws, some quick-hitting plays in order to try and supplement the run game. You don't totally abandon it, but you try and give it a little bit of help.
He went backwards 7 yards, setting up a tough third down. 9th play of the drive now on 3rd and a country mile. And now the Bengal defense here calling a timeout. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. 9th play of the drive now on 3rd and a country mile.
Let's go. Blue landed. Watch it now, Barney.
3rd and long for Cousins. Right side caught by Jackson. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. And my goodness, another interception. A great read, and it's picked off. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line. So now the Bengal offensive unit back out onto the field. They have the big lead here late. They protected their home turf well, didn't they?
They certainly did, partner. And just think about how good that feels, because every team has a goal when they start the year to win at home, all right? And sometimes you don't win all of them, but they managed to get that done today. Just think about your routine stays the same. Everything's familiar. You feel right going into the game, and they translated that into a win.
They did indeed. They protected the home field, and now the final stages. They come up in an offset eye.
Dagger! 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 Wide 20!
Now a carry for Bernard. And he'll be limited to a short. And now we're going to get a timeout called by the Redskin defense. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. 3rd down now following the run. Third down, a shot here for Dalton. And he dropped it. Now it was tipped. Altered the ball a little bit, but he dropped it. And now 4th down. Here's Kevin Huber now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. Here's Jackson. It's a 47-yard punt, but they did give up 10 on the return. And the Redskins will take possession with a 1st and 10. Out comes Washington's offense as they get set to take over here. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once we were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time. But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. It's hauled in by Doxson. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play.
No, check, Patriot! Patriot! No, check, Patriot! Patriot! Here we go now!
They go play action here on 1st down. Rolling to his right. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete.
On every offensive coordinator, every play caller sheet, they have about 5 or 6 plays per game that they call shot plays or big plays, and you don't get many opportunities to dial them up, and they just did, and they dropped it with a great chance to make a big play. That's going to hurt.
Offense trying to avoid stalling out, facing a 3rd and 10. On 3rd down, Cousins. And that will be incomplete as well. He was trying to find Deshaun Jackson that time. And it brings up 4th down. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Desperation time. Cousins on 4th down. He finds his target. It's Crowder. He'll wind up getting 11 on that one. And they're able to move the chains as they convert on 4th and long. So here we go, 1st and 10 now. Cousins now from the 50. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
Oh, man, for him to be that wide open and drop it, Sometimes you have just too much time on your hands, right? You end up thinking way too much, and your hands get shaky.
And yes, he's a tight end, but that's a catch he should have made. Second down here after the incomplete pass.
Here we go now. Green. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
A second down throw for Cousins. And now here is another interception. It's the first-round pick, William Jackson III. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he will bring it back. It's a pick six for a Bengals TD. Charles, we've seen him target one of their main weapons time and time again. Maybe they went to that well too many times there.
Yeah, and it's so difficult to determine how many times is too many, because how many times have we seen a team go and play and say, until they stop us, we'll keep going. Well, they got stopped on that one, and it cost them 6 points.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This is taken at his 4. Now a hit and a loose football. And the Bengals grab it. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. So they get the one-score kickoff, get a fumble, take it right back to the house. 2 quick touchdowns within a matter of about 10 seconds on the game clock.
It's like a big 1-2 punch that may lead to a knockout.
And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. This is taken at the 3. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23. And now the Bengals are going to call another timeout. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Cousins now to throw on first down. Jackson with a grab over the middle. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. Cousins now on second down. He's going to let it fly. And that is incomplete. 2 seconds left on the clock.
Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield. But that's okay, because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
Now Cousins. And this is dropped in incomplete. Well, there's a metaphor for how this one is gone as time has run out on this ball game. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory, and the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for the Bengals, the win here means it'll be a 7-1 first half of the season. And now it's off to Heathrow as they get set to fly back to the U.S. in a couple hours. Meanwhile, for Washington, things are kind of getting ugly as they drop to 1-7 now on the year. And they'll take this loss into the bye as they'll be back in action in Week 10. So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. With that, we say cheerio from London.